Hello. Welcome everyone to UoA Esports versus Keen on Frags in ESEA Open. My name is Mr. Rochester and I'll be your caster for this one. It does look like we're taking ourselves over to sunny Overpass, so hopefully looking to be a reasonable game. Unfortunately, the UoA Esports Valorant match did get cancelled earlier on due to a DNA, but that's by the by, we take those dubs every day. Here though, we do have most players ready in the server, we are just waiting on one, and looks like he's joining in now, so hopefully we should get a game underway. Very much looking forward to this game. We've got a hefty amount of talent in here. You know, you've got players who quite well known currently. We've got Fabuki, or Sven as he's more colloquially known. He's been the best playing performer on UoA Esports throughout these games. He's playing that lurk role a little bit like Rops, is what he said he's taken a lot of his inspiration from, so we're probably going to look to see him be defaulting towards B short here. And then you've got so an XR6 player who's got insane aim, hopefully looking towards Billmeister, or User as he's more colloquially known, to perform reasonably well here as well. It's a long range map Overpass. There are some long fights that you can take. We do have Louis R though on the AWP. This is such an AWP paradise as Overpass. I'm not too familiar with the players on Keen on Frags, so we'll have to see what exactly that they'll be throwing out, but we'll see how they approach this map as well. It's very interesting, Overpass as a map, because there are a few different approaches that you can take. We see the major going on right now, obviously, and we saw the NIP versus Gambit, or well, now Cloud9 game that was quite interesting to observe, as we saw a lot of A execs actually coming out from NIP when Gambit was stacking, let's say, 3-4 people untoward that B side of the map, and they just kept going A for some reason. So it's apologies, that's might have been a wee bit of a loud shot, but yeah, Gambit's been a particularly strong map on Overpass, but they were just gamble stacking a lot, so maybe looking to change the meta up on how Overpass is played, because Overpass used to be just a lot of B execs after taking your basic bathroom control. It's also a lot of re-aggression opportunities for the CTs now in towards bathroom, re-aggressing long, late into the round, and just being proactive on CT sides. The really key thing on a map like Overpass. Does look like we've got some more players getting underway, getting ready. So we'll see eventually how this goes. I see some 5 lovely people here in the chat. Welcome all. You can say hi, hello, and correct me if I'm wrong on anything, because I'm not an expert in CS here. No. I hope you all have had a wonderful weekend and ready to get back into another week of working or studying for some of you uni students out there. I definitely have a 7 AM start tomorrow, so we're hopefully looking at a quick game so I can go to bed after this. But I always do love a good map of CS as well, going the full distance. That's always fun to watch, especially, you know, a brawly, grindy match. Okay. More players are readying up, and we seem like we should be getting underway hopefully soon. I think one of the things that's sort of underestimated about Overpass, as opposed to a map like Inferno, where you know that you need all the util on the CT side. overpass, I think people underestimate the importance of util, but having those flashes and having those divider smokes, you can kind of treat banana, or where divider would be on a bathroom, a little bit like banana on Inferno, where you've got that one smoke that you're going to just be re-smoking off, and that, you know, prevents the hits, crunches them into the bathroom side. We do have Free Logan in the chat saying quick game for UoA, we win, so let's hope for that. To have one more player readying up, so seems like we will be getting underway soon. I'm not sure exactly what the auto director camera does, but it does seem to like to go everywhere. Got a couple more people joining in the Twitch chat. Hello, hello, welcome all. Hopefully we'll be getting underway soon. UoA Esports, whilst they are 3-3 in the season, they're still looking for their first actual game win that's not done by forfeit, so hopefully this can be there. I'm not too sure on how Keen on Frags have been doing, but apparently they're quite an aggressive team. Quite a puggy team as well, so don't expect, you know, the world's most coordinated execs, but, you know, it doesn't matter if you've got, you know, simple plays as well, because a lot of people, you know, will try complicating things, especially mid-round, where you're going, oh, we'll throw this smoke, throw this fake, throw this flash, and send one person here whilst the other three go to the other site, and it's just, you know, it's too much. You got to keep it simple in the mid-round on overpass, because otherwise you're just going to end up tripping over yourself, the time will run low, and that connector is especially loud when rotating through, so you've just got to be aware of that. Apologies folks, the game was supposed to be starting at 8:30, but it does seem like a couple of people are just apologies, 9:30, not 8:30, but it does seem like a couple of people aren't quite as ready yet on the Keen on Frag side. They will be playing from Australia though, so take a look at their ping advantage. They've got that 13 ping there. You've actually got I do not know how I would even pronounce those names. We've got Aiden, Fuvies, Zuvies, Fuvies. We've got Not James. We've got Fractal. And we've got Tyler with a lovely emoji face there. Maybe it's Shuvies. Or Effect. I don't know. I wouldn't have the foggiest. Viz Malpa. They really need to ban hard names to say. Look, if someone's got a hard name to say in real life as well, it's not like we're going to go ask them to change their name. We just end up giving them a nickname, don't we? So throughout this course, we'll see if he pulls out something special for us, and then we can give him a nickname for that. It should be good. I don't know, what name formats were you thinking of as Malp? As in just what, one name with a vowel and followed by a consonant, and you can only end on a consonant? Like what? How would you regulate names? It does seem like the side of Keen on Frags will also have a coach helping them, so maybe a little bit of help deciding how that they want to play this. Which is probably quite useful to have. as I don't think that Discords are moderated in ESEA Open, so it doesn't matter if your team ends up having a coach and he's able to call throughout the whole game. Oh, just like org name, space letters, only no emoji / symbols. Oh, okay. I don't know. Unless you can legally allow to be called an emoji now. I'm not sure how the naming structure works if you've had a baby, so we'll have to see. But I don't know 100% if you are allowed to call your child, question mark or hyphen, or, maybe even an exclamation point. But there's probably someone out there. It does look like we'll be getting underway into the knife round though, so finally start to the game here. Alright, as we get underway, we've already got a lurk here, and we'll start off with 4 players. That's already 1 pick going the way of Keen on Frags. Fractal taking a fight against Sven, that gets traded out. Nick is knifing his own teammates, but they find a couple players from behind. 1-on-1 here, both right click away, and there's Hex getting that. So obviously Overpass being a very CT side map, you're going to start CT. So we'll see how they want to play this, who's getting a kit, and what util is going to be going out for Keen on Frags here. It does seem like James has bought up the armor. It looks like Nick's buying the kit, and probably start 4B with 1 person, which will be user spotting in towards Fountain. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Nick's already throwing that back monster smoke, and in the meantime we do seem to have a bit of a B play going. No, they've gone down connector here. So we either have the mid-site smoke line up and flash out short, and there's going to be a lot of presence coming Hex's way here. He's got a lot of people to find. That's 1. Running up now, trying to spam away with that P2K, and manages to get 3K. Lovely stuff by Hex. Louis had to back him up and spots the last player into a short. Can't quite get the kill, but now he just left into not James into a 1-on-3. Oh, beautiful shot there onto User. Now he's left into a 1-on-2. Still got time. Condor's open as well. The site of UoA do still have a kit, so this is very much doable for them, even if he decides to walk back over A. But I like this from James. He knows that he's got a lot of time left, and he can just hold on, make the CTs think about what could possibly be going on. CTs, though, very happy just to be sitting patient. You've got 1 watching in towards Monster, 1 watching in towards a short. So James is just going to hold and has to decide how he wants to refight this here. So he's going to start walking up now, but he won't be ready for both players here, I don't think. He's clearing out everything. He's actually going to sneak up onto Louis there. He does manage to, and crosses onto site, and now he's into a 1-on-1. Does decide to tap, and Nick's just there holding and trying to swing out. A little tap, but Nick doesn't even have any armor here. He's just going to walk up on him. Does not James realise this? I don't think he does. And spams away just at the chest, making sure those shots land, and that'll be the 1v1 going the way of UoA Esports. But that's Keen on Frags. Not James, almost pulling that back. A lovely shot there onto User. But Nick does manage to close things out in the end and make life hunky-dory, but given the amount of players that went down, we do see Keen on Frags buying here. Not a whole bunch of util, actually, so a couple smokes, a few flashes, but we'll see how they want to play this. I think Nick is throwing that back monster smoke, whilst Louis thrown the Molotov for Fountain. So flash comes out, that pushes him off the angle, and it does seem like he's just going to be happy falling back here. In the meantime, we do have a bit of a play up in towards short by Tyler. He's worried about a boost, but he knows what can happen, what can't happen here. And it seems like connector's just been taken, and they're happy to play this double bath setup here. It's very strong. Obviously they don't have info towards long, but it's very unusual to be taking info long this early. It just seemed like a connector walkout's gone. They do flash into front bathroom, try clearing out locker, and Nick's going to be playing backside jump spotting with an MP9 actually. He's still got a molly in hand to delay any pushes, so he's lucky. You've just got Tyler here as a lone B lurk, but he's got to come back now and collect the bomb for his team as they're running up in towards A. And actually it may just seem like a bit of a contact here, because getting ready to throw all their smokes. So there goes out the dumpster smoke, and site hit's going to come in soon. Yeah, they're running on now. But no, Confies just get swung on, trying to get 1 and 2, but can't quite get the kills. And Hex goes down as well on the rotate, and now he's just left into a 2-on-4. This isn't looking great for the side of UoA Esports. They just sort of got rolled over by this. You've got 3 people playing up and towards truck, and oh, that's a rough one to face. And now it seems like Fubuki's just going to fall back here and play it safe. Yeah, not so sure about how they were planning to play this one with UoA Esports. They've just got no info on towards site. The 2 site players get overrun. Either you're playing, deep from bank and dumps, so playing for the retake, or you're playing together, Sven trying to get 1, managed to get 1, dinks the second player, but can't quite finish him off, and does go down there, and that's Keen on Frags tying it up 1-1. Will we see a force come out of UoA Esports? Yes, it does look like it. Hex has bought a half set of armor. You've got user on the D, so we've got another D coming out. No kit available, but sort of by the by. Nick's going to be here. He's going to be ready to do his standard fountain molly and see what kind of occurs after this. Does seem like they're actually happy going for deep monster controls. So Nick's going to smoke out this molly actually and see what he can find. He's going to get chunked up by that nade though, so maybe not going to be finding off a whole lot. You've got user in here, but it does seem like water control has been safely taken. And they're going to reverse clear con, and I think we're actually going to get a short push here for the CT side. Trying to swim out, managed to get 1, but Fractal managed to get 1. Fractal gets 2 there, trading out pretty safely. Next here though, trying to see if we can get the frags, but stereo frags come through for Keen on Frags, and they'll convert against the anti-eco. Alright, Khalil does get dropped over, and see what James is going for here. If he's going for an SG, no, it just seems like he's going for an AK. SG is actually pretty strong on this map. He's got those long-range fights, especially when you're taking those back monster duels. It does seem like just a bit of a com stack here, actually. I think they're reading this situation pretty perfectly. They do get smoked off, though, whilst the connector player is just running out. So let's see how they want to be doing this, if they're going to run through connector as well. They have made some noise, though, and they're just pushing up behind. They actually don't care about this, which is very interesting. I don't know if they'll be ready for this. I don't think they will be. And they hit... James has hit the running, but no, he just hears the ladder. He hears the ladder go up, and Hex is trying to see if he can get the kill, but no, his feet get shot off, and getting another kill. Oh, who's making noise up the ladder is the real question. That's just unfortunate. Otherwise, they would have caught the bomb. There's so much time left. It could maybe retrieve a weapon, but no, someone made some noise going up the ladder, and the plan didn't quite go so hot, but that's okay. We've got another buyback. No molly actually for the fountain, so Nick's going to be ending up throwing this back monster smoke, and seems like Louis will just be taking his early peek. No AWP out for Louis as well, so maybe we want to see if we can get aggressive party or something. An aid comes through, so yeah, it does seem like he's managed to make his way across, but does he know about movies? He doesn't, but does manage to get the pick anyway. Lovely stuff there by Louis, and Sven manages to pick one off in towards connector as well. So you do just have Hexed and user in towards this B site. Does seem like the T side are going to be ready to set up for a B play. James may be ready to throw this nostril flash that quite often comes out, but he's just waiting, seeing if anyone's wanting to be phasing through the smoke. Sven's going to re-smoke back monster for them. And they're just going to slowly be taking short water here. 50 seconds now, and the T side don't have that much control of the map. You've still got, a double long setup anyway. So it does seem like UoA Esports pretty set up well to convert this one. Tyler's going to see what he can find in towards B, but he's still being quite timid about it. Maybe hoping to be set up by a flash here from James. There goes the flash, and we'll see what Tyler can do, what he can get. smoke comes down actually in towards mid-site to try and isolate the monster fight, but one gets taken down and user from the pit does get 2, and that's a clean round. No losses there for UoA Esports, so the lack of util and lack of an AWP didn't really hinder them with Louis getting aggressive. But I think the T side will be aware of that now, and it looks like a pause does come out. Don't know for who, but that's by the by. I've got a thing saying that there's no game sound. Interesting. How's that? Is there any game sound? Now? Pierre? What ranks are the players? Says Minion Bob. As in MM ranks or Faceit ranks? Faceit ranks, they'll probably be up a bit around Faceit level 9, 10, but sort of low 10s, not in the, the 3.5k elo range. And then MM ranks are all over the gaff at the moment. I mean, some of these guys are Nova 2, but I'm Nova 2, so I wouldn't take that with any grain of salt. MM's a much harder demon than Faceit, I'll be honest with you. Alright. I'd like to see if UoA Esports are going to try to change anything up. They've been workshopping an idea earlier today that I was present for, so hopefully we get to see this come out during the game. Imagine playing MM competitively these days. Look, Visma, it's just an interesting experience. That's all we play MM for. It's just an experience. We do have a player actually having timed out. Like, is it enjoyable? Yes. Do I play it competitively? No. You play MM for some fun, to be honest. I don't think it's the main area of where the hardcore gamers go. I mean, face it, like, Pugs isn't even, like, 100% competitive. Like, everyone's pretty much, well, not everyone, but a good amount of people are still half listening to music. You've got no commas and things. So, face it isn't, the hardest, where you go the full hardest. Obviously, there's if you pay for premium, then, people are wanting to progress from the Bronze League and upwards, but that's if you pay for the premium. There's also Shock OCE League, I think it is, where people from Faceit level 6 to 10 can join that group and try to get competitive games where you guys are actually, calling properly in the Faceit and asking for, sets of util, and you can actually expect to have people who know what util is. If you ask for a long flash something on Dust 2, or asking for an Xbox smoke, other people are going to do that. It does seem like we're getting quite close to the actual CSGO major starting as well. So the matches there will be interesting. I think we've got Heroic G2 and ENCE Outsiders. Those actually look like bangers of games. I don't even know who'd win those. Given the way that G2's playing and Nico hasn't shown up quite yet on LAN, I'd probably pick Heroic to win that map. I don't know what map it would actually go to. BO1 as well. And ENCE Outsiders, I'd expect ENCE to win, but Yakindar can just say hello, and then it's not very easy for Outsiders to win. You see Copenhagen's, look, here's the argument that I was talking about earlier, is that Copenhagen Flames, yes, they've won, but from the RMR up until this point, where they are one place away from the challengers, they have played Sprout, Sinners, NIP, Bad News Eagles, and ENCE. They've played one top 5 team to be one game away from qualifying for the major. And the way that this I think it's pronounced Buchel system works, is it? Or as people colloquially refer it to, the butthole system for seeding, just means that for some reason you've got Spirit Copenhagen Flames and one of them goes through to the playoffs. Meanwhile, you've got Navi Nip as the other 2-0 game. It's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Look, I think we say goodbye to Liquid today, don't we? With them playing Vitality, it's just going to be really rough. Yeah, the seeding and the bracket are confusing. Big Furia will be a great game. Cloud9 Fires will be a great game. There are actually just some great games on today. Navi Nip will actually be good. ESEA on the AWP, it hasn't been looking too bad. Well, unless... You said rest in peace to Liquid Hopium, but unless they pull off another reverse sweep again and we get the Cloud9 major storyline back at it again, but I don't think so. Elige hasn't shown up to the major, and that's your main player that you want. Like, he needs to pop. Naf's always Mr. Consistent. OC's been doing his job, but he hasn't been a superstar AWPer. Elige has been nowhere. Nitro's been overperforming, and that's nice to see. But Shocks has also been nowhere, so it's just rough to see. And to round off the day, I think at 4:15 you got Bad News Eagles versus Imperial, which I think BNE should win, but Fair or Fallen can just decide to say hello and decide to take over the game. It's interesting that Imperial has actually managed to turn around and looked not actually half bad. They seem to have, Overpass and Inferno down really quite well. And it's surprising considering, Fallen's history on maps like Overpass has just been really rough for them. So it's nice to see. Oh man, watching old CS highlights. Imperial, the CSGO's retirement home. Honestly, yeah, it is a CSGO retirement home, but if they're making money off it, why wouldn't you keep playing? Apparently, who was I listening to today? I was listening to, I think, is it HLTV Confirmed or something, and they said that they had to convince one of the players' mums to help chip in for a buyout or something, or to help fund the org, just so that they could actually be signed to a team and practice properly. And look, they've made it to the major, they've now made it to top 16, the Brazilian fans are back behind them, the stick is going to be crazy. So even though it's a retirement home, they've still performed well. Everyone said Dignitas was a retirement home, but they've just fallen completely flat. So, it's not the worst thing that could happen. It's interesting that you've got these sort of teams working out, because you've got, Bolt's Fallen Fur, you could say, they're starting to get on in their careers, but you do have, and FNX was off modelling, right? Dig shouldn't have lost only because of Eternal Fire. Yeah, the Eternal Fire was, that was interesting. How long was that tech pause that they decided to replay around? Because was it the bomb log got lost or something, but damage had already been dealt? It was, that was a crazy situation. I think it was like an hour and a half. I thought it was 40 minutes. Wow. I think you might be capping, Pierre. That's something. Oh, HLTV. Monacy's controversial Mirage Smoke approved by PGL. Interesting. Oh well, looks like we are back in the game finally. I got the other player has returned, so we'll see what's happening. AWP actually coming out for the T side, so I'd like to see where Fractal decides to take this. Maybe you're going to try start punishing the Fountain push. Louis mulling here in towards Divider, and they just seem to be running through it, and Suvi's actually just going down to 50 HP straight off the bat, so not all hope is lost. And I don't know if they know that there is an AWP out on the table. They do have a double bar setup, and nades just beautifully tanking down the short players. Lovely stuff there. Does seem like users holding out. Sven's jump spotting for early info, which is as it does. We've got the re-back monster smoke. One guy spraying there. There's Corey here as well though, so yeah, it seems okay. You got Louis playing in towards Sands and Nick here to support him. There you go. Flash comes out, and Louis repeats sands and doesn't spot the boost actually in flowers. So it seems like Nick and Louis are happy to fall back now, and we're in 1 minute left in the round. Are they going to decide to regress long? I love this play. See, remember on that pistol round, they didn't know exactly how to play this scenario, and they were just playing super far back on site. So it's looking really rough. But you look at this. You've just got the double push long. It seems like the T side are going to be ready to exec A, whilst they've just left the one player over here towards B. Sven does seem to be rotating back up, but oh no. It seems like they're ready to go back down, and they're going to go for an A split here, actually really fast. So Bill Mice is now hearing all this, trying to play anti for the flash, and trying to see what happens, lining them up. Might to get one, managing to get two. Fractal's still there, coming off short. Hex managed to get another one, and it's now just left under James. He hit some lovely shots in the Vertigo. And not on the Vertigo, sorry, in the pistol round, and we'll see how he goes. Oh, maybe seeing if he can do some more damage to the Econ, but no, that's by the by. See, the AWP can get recovered, and Sven does manage to recover the AWP. Lovely stuff. So Louis is now going to start having a field day with this. We have, they choose to resume this game, the second G2 Heroic start. I know, that's why we're hoping for this to be a quick game, so we can all go watch the G2 Heroic game as well. Or if you're lucky enough to have, you know, a laptop and a desktop, you can have two going at the same time if your internet's up to the task. It does seem like Louis is going to be wanting to take an aggressive fountain pick, but one at a time is going to get nailed off, and oh, actually gets rolled there, and there goes the AWP down. So things not looking too hot, just phasing out that smoke, and Keen on Frags actually looking in a pretty decent situation here. Nick's got a lot of work to do. He's going to be waiting for a rotate. No, Hex has actually been flashed into Monster, and he's going for this. Sven's actually trying to re-aggress, but no, they're ready for the peak. And in the meantime, it does seem like they're just going to be ready to explode into B site. Tyler's going to see if he can get one. No, User's there to hold on. Sidewalk smoke comes in, but see what User can do. Manages to get another one. There's that R6 aim coming in, and he's just going to hold off on site, wait for his teammate to come in. But Nick, no, unfortunately, is going to get spammed out. So User's now left into this 1-on-2. He's got to get 4K to win this round. Trying to see if he can spot him out. Does spot him out. Does dink him up, but unfortunately can't quite get the kill onto Foxy's. And UoA Esports losing that round. That early pick going down for Louis, just really rough. Not James, more like not James. No saving around here. Yes, definitely not James. AWP is back out for Louis though, and maybe he's going to be taking a bit more of a passive line this round. Nick does send out the Fountain Molly though, so I'd like to see what happens. Actually, we do have Louis going to take into quarter combeak, so see how this plays off. Oh, the fast flick there for Louis. Lovely stuff. And we do have Sven back behind the boost here. Short push is getting spammed out. And we just got Louis here, holding in towards Divider, doing what any, you know, standard AWP would do, and oh, just falls back at the wrong times. This is a dirty angle for the bathroom player to be holding. You've just got one Sands, you've got one towards site, and he's holding both the lines, so he can react instantly off this. It's actually a quite hard fight to win for a T side, unless you're ready for it. Oh, but no, he just walks into that. And Nick's going to throw a smoke on site, actually, which slows down the push, but also does allow an avenue for a lurk up. So this is actually allowing James to just walk into B here. And James is just clearing everything out. He's just walking his whole way in. Fractal gets a pick onto Nicky B as well. Hex managed to get one back onto Fractal, though. But Molly's come in, and they're just actually out just on the site now. So looks like Retake's going to have to fully come in. Sven's going to be here. He's going to throw his nade on towards that default plant and do good damage. It takes the Foxy's down to 50, actually. Doesn't quite finish him off, but could have been worse. So we do have a smoke actually left, so smoke can come in towards short, and that makes life a lot easier. Flashback sight's going to go out, and there's a lot of work here onto Foxy's as this pillar player does go down, and you just left onto the two players and towards sight, but Bill Mice managed to get one, managed to get two, so not James is going to have to see if he can clutch up. Hex is going to cover a monster, and that's a beautiful clutch going the way of UoA Esports. As much as that alert comes out and they're just contacting fully up into the site, I think UoA Esports were ready and that they knew that this was an option, so they decide, okay, we've got the util still left to retake the situation, we can play passive, we can give them the site and end up holding on. interesting here. We've actually got the Org out for user, so maybe looking to take a bit more of an aggressive stance toward monster, or maybe sit on the back railing. It's obviously really strong. Force does come back out for Keen on Frags, and I don't even know if I've seen Keen on Frags take an eco yet in this half, so actually quite rough. Nade comes through in towards connector, nading open that door, and it's actually just going to be a straight B rush here. But they're going through all the util, and there goes the flash. They're so low. 3 of the players are so low. But James is going to see if he can actually do some damage. Going to just be jumping around the site. Smokes does go down though, and everything's getting cleaned up now. You just left onto Kyler, and that round was crazy. They tried to maybe smoke out the molly. I'm not 100% sure. But unfortunately it didn't go their way, because the molly came in and also the back monster smoke, so looking quite rough. We seem to have people dropping like flies as the major games have started happening, so we'll see how those are going. We can always keep ourselves updated with those scores. It does seem like Heroic is up 3-1 on Vertigo, but CT side Vertigo is very strong. Starone is already starting to pop off, so love to see that. And in the meantime, Ents Outsiders, Ents has started pretty strong on their CT side. Hades out on an AWP, so we'll see how things go. But back into the game, we do have Nikki B throwing this back monster smoke still, and we've got Louis throwing the divider molly, and finally an eco out for the side of Keen on Frags. They haven't been playing super aggressive off this fountain molly, so it's not been too hot. James has taken a little bit of damage through the monster spam, so we'll see how this goes. Billmeister with this Org actually is going to be taking contact from Toxic here, and they've just got a double long setup, which is, you know, super strong. But they are aware that they can walk up lower park though, so Hex is here to rotate just to make sure that this is covered up. And like this, and this is also smart from the side of Keen on Frags. You know, you're on eco, you're on pistol, just try to see if you can bleed out some util, which is, you know, fair enough. So there's a nade coming through, bit of a deterrent, actually doing great damage there to Tyler, so love to see that. And user's still here holding in towards short, so he's ready for anything at the moment. We'd like to see how this goes. Here's a Tech 9 being spammed off. In the meantime though, it does seem like these guys are working up towards A. Corey's taking a little bit of contact, but will fall back to safety. He doesn't want to give up a gun, so Nay's just coming back on through. Does decide to take the fight here, and manages to get one, and Aiden sneaking up here and towards the flower pots, but sort of by the by. In the meantime, not James is going to see if he can lurk out, try to get a pick on someone, and spots out Billmeister, but the aim punch is too much, so you've just got Aiden left into this fight here, and now you're just left onto Tyler, seeing what he can do. 24 seconds left. Hopefully he can maybe try to get a Bob plant, but unrealistic. He maybe try and see what he can do. That does end up going down though, and we are left onto kind of an iffy buy here for Keen on Frags. They are not got all their full util sets. They do have 5 smokes, which is very helpful for taking map control, but you know, 3 flashes across the board, 1 molly, so site execs are actually going to be rough, so maybe looking to do something a little bit faster here. In the meantime, we do have Louis though. Let's see if he can take a bit more of an aggressive fight, but he hears them stomping up, so he's happy to fall out of this, and this is what we're talking about with these aggressive fights. Suze is just going to run it up straight, so see what he can do. And I think we're actually just going to get a re-aggression short here. No, they decide to call this out. I think that's a wise decision, as things was not going too well. Spam's going either way, and Fubuki manages to get him down. In the meantime, James is just sitting here wondering what happened to his teammate. In the meantime, though, A-site pressure has been taken, and fight does not go the way, but Louis is trying to see if he can survive. He's just running away, buying time, hides in the smoke. He doesn't know how to play this properly, but he's just waiting and peeks out. Fractal almost getting that, but unfortunately does go down, and bit of a stalemate now onto a 3-on-3 situation that's very odd. You've got Hex here anchoring in towards the B-bomb site, whilst everyone else is sort of rotating in, and I think they're calling this. I think Hex realizes this, so he's gonna molly at some point. Yeah, contact's been taken. He can molly off that angle. Now Hex just has to watch the site monster walk out, but Aiden's actually been quite good on this as he's just walked out. And he's heard those footsteps, right? Yes, he has. He just saw the sight smoke coming down. Trying to see if he can get a timing, but unfortunately can't. And Sven's not there to help him out. He had a smoke for short as well, so unfortunately can't just sneak up onto the site player. Sven spotting one out, but unfortunately going well. He has a spam in towards short, and unfortunately can't quite get that. So user now left into a 1-on-3 and can't convert out, and Keen on Frags winning the round. Louis does have the money to buy an AWP here, so we'll like to pull that out. No double AWP here on the side of UoA Esports, and no AWP available for Keen on Frags, but they do have much more util now left in this round. Molly comes out in towards the T-steps as always, that gets smoked off. Hayden working here in towards Nana. Nicky B actually going to smoke off connector, so he's worried about what's going on here. They know that he's in connector here. They really do know that he's in connector. Yeah, so Nicky B is actually just going to get taken out. And Lewis still holding on to long, but he's left as the only like A-site defender here, and Nicky B just alone in towards connector, not doing great. Hex gets taken down, trying to take a fight through the smoke phase towards Monster, and now we're just left in 3-on-5, and I'd almost ask for your Esports to gamble here. They've got to do something. That's the gamble that Louis is willing to take, but unfortunately goes down and towards Bath, just misses that shot. So Fubuki's rotating up here, but is it a little too late? Who knows? Does spot out the head of Fractal, so gonna see what he can do, but sort of by the by. Bill Meister's still back here, and I love this. They're just, you know, taking things slowly, finding all of the info that they can, and eventually going to figure out what's going on here. Fubuki does manage to get one, so not all hope is lost. But site exec is now starting to come on through. Sven actually managing to get down, but just Tyler's lurked into B at the exact same time that this is happening, so it's really rough for you Esports. I just don't have the numbers. Bill Meister does go down, and now you're just left into a 1-on-3 for Fubuki. I think he's going to be saving this AK. Not a whole lot that he can do here. 46 HP. And looks like Keen on Frags will tie up the game. In the meantime, we can have a wee check-in with how the major maps are going. Does look like Ents are starting to run away with things here. They're 6-1 up on the CT side of Mirage, and Yekindar and Jame have not been activated. In the meantime, Heroic G2, Heroic are up onto 5. G2 got their second T-side round. So, yeah, when that's off the back of Nico just going nuclear. So, always love it when Nico can show up for you. How are they wanting to play around this? Oh, they do decide that they're going to buy around this. It just means Nick's left onto a Deagle, but that's by the by. Maybe that they want to go for some short aggression. They haven't had like any short aggression. Yes, they've been throwing the molly, but like it does look like they've been doing anything off that molly. So it does seem like Sven's boosted up here. It does get blinded off by the short flash, but actually works out okay, so Sven's happy to stay around here for a while, though Hex was fighting that pretty hard and now has decided to fall off. Hex spamming in towards back Monster as well. In the meantime, the presence has been noted. You've got Nick here, and they've just got a double comm setup, and they're leaving a lower part completely open here. It's interesting. So you've got one player back con, he's ready for any aggressions, trying to spam down Fubuki but can't quite do so. There's Molly going in, but Nick manages to get the back con player, so now they're just going to try reverse clear this con guy. But no, Nick's just going to push down con and retrieve the weapon, buy some time for Louis. Louis does go down, but there's good damage there onto Fractal, and Fubuki managed to get one, and Bill Meister cleaning up in towards connector. I love that crunch there onto the connected players as they're trying to flush out Nick. So lovely stuff and coordination there by UoA Esports, and they take a convincing round, and the money's pretty in the bin for Keen on Frags. Match paused once again, trying to see what they can do about the situation. Let's have a look at the frag distribution. So you got Hex actually just farming as it would be, and then user actually doing really well as that B-site anchor, and the A players are struggling a little bit to decide how they're wanting to be playing. So that will be the situation. In the meantime, though, we do have not James being that, outside monster lurk, often put in a lot of late round situations, doing well. But, everyone's been doing their job. Fuchs, Zuzis just, walking out and getting a lot of picks and taking a lot of space initially at the start of the round. Frags as well in their orb. And Aiden and Tyler being those more passive players, but taking timings when they see them. Yeah, it does look like an eco just comes out, and we're hoping to see maybe a nasty 1D coming in for Suyis, but no, I don't think so. Louis does spot out with Tinkling overhead, but decides to fall back on this. Molly does come out, and Nick's actually going to have a lot of info coming his way. Louis does manage to spot one, but look at this, they're just tucked up next to each other. They don't have a lot they can do. But that's fine, because Hex is here to save the day. Louis finally manages to get one. Nick's holding there in towards bathroom, and Hex spotting them in towards long here. Managed to get one, managed to get two. Beautiful spray there for Hex, and UoA Esports looking to get this round up to 9-6. Money's still not 100% for Keen on Frags, as Tyler and James don't have the full money for util, so we'll see how they'll be wanting to play this. Louis actually has not a great spawn here for A, so maybe looking to play a bit more passive. In the meantime, we'll see how they want to play this on the side of Keen on Frags. They just have to wait out this molly here. They don't have a protocol for who's striking the molly. Louis is going to take a pick in towards connector, and I don't know if they've heard that. The flash just come through, but timing shot from Louis, beautiful stuff. Sven trying to trade out the short player as Hex goes down, but decides to fall back and play an off angle, which is pretty smart. Played the numbers advantage, you do have that, so that's all good. Nick's actually looking to get aggressive and manages to take one step and fall off. Suyu's just waiting for Louis to pop back up out connector, but he's not there doing that at the moment. He's happy sitting pretty in there, but no, actually gets taken down by James and managing to trade out, and User just trading him out, and now you're left into a 2-on-1, so great stuff. But Nick's there, able to get the kill onto Suyu's, and 9-6 half for UoA Esports. We've got the Visma in chat. Louis versus Flash. Louis 1, Flash 0. That's true. Flash doesn't do much. It's also, quite obvious when you can see that. Flash coming in, that someone's going to be swinging off that, and there's a line to hold as an op. It's not too bad. You're obviously going to be peeking after that flash goes, because if you peek before the flash, you will blind yourself with that as well. So it's just a timing if you shoot instantly after it pops, or if you wait a tiny second like Louis did and then shoot, which I think is reasonable. And players do seem like they are readying up. So already starting to get a bit late. You've got up to 10:20. Looks like G2 are bringing it back on Vertigo. They are now 5-4 up, 5-4 down, sorry, and Cadian's left in a 1v2s, and manages to save us all. But we're getting back underway onto our game here. Apologies for me looking at the major so much, but do enjoy good Counter-Strike no matter where it is and who's playing. So far this has been a pretty okay map, a few nice shots being hit, a few exits being shut down, but no fancy crazy strats yet. Like to see what UoA Esports strat is here. So it just looked like Nick's just holding all the util, and maybe they're going to go for a rep back down to con. Yeah. So standard pistol honestly is having these 4 players be, and seeing what exactly happens, and they're going to slowly walk up here. And CT side are getting so much info here. They've pushed all the way down B short, so they know that this is not going to be a B short hit. And they're going to re-boost outside connector. They just heard those clicks. They heard those clicks. But Tyler's now got a lot on his plate. He's going to get run down very fast. Hex trying to see if he can do anything, but does overall get run down. Aiden playing back from sight, but gets blinded up. You just got James. He's stuck behind the smoke into his dumpster, so can't do a whole lot here. And bomb's starting to go down now. Sven managed to take that fight, and trying to trade out is Fractal, but can't quite get the kill. Nick's there in to support him. He's running out of ammo as well, and he goes down. So now we're just left into a 2-on-5. And I love this from UoA Esports. The discipline, they're literally just playing off sight because they know that the post plant has to come in, taking a few unnecessary fights those Hex. So I'd like to see the discipline just come out, and Louis, they're baiting towards long. There's not even a kit available. I don't know if it can be picked up easily, but side play goes down, so time is now beginning to run really low, and Not James actually manages to get 1 kill, but the side play does die, and there's just too much for him to do. Not James again on the pistols. He's so clean with it, but Sven managing to close it out here, and UoA Esports winning their pistols. That's a really good side and a really good start for the T round. Okay, does seem like the Force Buy won't be coming out for Keen on Frags. Interesting. Current meta is obviously to buy on the second round, just because, you know, you can get scouts and things, and, you know, the scout one tap and then everyone's just a deagle one shot, so it's actually pretty strong doing that. But it actually seems like we've got 4A set up, and Fubuki just lonesome B lurk here, so we'll see how well he does. Does get spotted out is Suyi's, and front divider smoke comes in, but Billmeister going to see what he can do. Yeah, they just run him over. This Mac 10 doing pretty well. Fractal hiding in behind this front bathroom smoke though, so not sure how they feel about that, but does seem like UoA Esports are just going to run it up. Hex does see a wee sliver of him, so you've got the 2 monster players going to see what they can end up doing, and Not James going to see if he can catch someone overextended, which might be Billmeister here. Does have a 5-7, maybe you want to save that, but no, ends up giving it up. In the meantime, you've got 2 people so far back that Sven's going to be happy mopping these guys up when they do end up coming his way. Can he hear them? Don't think he can hear his playground player, can he? No, they are walking up. He does hear him now, but doesn't realise it, and he hears the one lower park. And the double swing comes out, and they manage to get an AK out of this situation, so overall not too bad. Aiden's stuck though, and he's the one with the AK. I don't know why he's fighting this. They can't recover the AK, but that's by the by. Can they recover the AK on the T side? No, they can't, so no AK being brought on, so, you know, it's not so great. And look, they've got head armor because they're forced to buy it on this, you know, round, and oh, Louis has been bought an AWP. It's his job to go and find the picks here, so very interesting. No molly, actually. Oh, there is one molly in for the side of... He's going to see what he can find, and Louis trying to see if he can take that fight, but no, just can't quite connect, and Aiden actually spamming out Hex there in towards Con, with the Con door being blown open, so we'd like to see what he can do. Billmeister taking a decent fight in towards B, getting some damage off, but Louis is just posted here with this AWP. He's got to see what he can do. He's got to be the one to make the plays at the moment for his team. But unfortunately, he's still not able to do that at the moment. Actually, Sven getting a pick, and they're just ready to go. They're going to flash out, and a lot of presence coming Aiden's way, but he's just going to tuck us. His teammates are there, and Fuki managing to walk out. Molly starts coming in towards the toxic player, but Aiden's still just able to hide behind that, but unfortunately does go down. And Louis there to trade, but are they aware of this pit player? I don't know if they're aware of the pit player. I don't think they are. Louis ready for it though. Oh, Louis manages to get it, but the trade does go in. Suyi's here on this flank. He should be able to mop this up nice and easy. And there's the AWP given away as well. So, yeah, Esports not able to convert that round. They do a pretty good job here in towards B getting some picks at least, but it does end up going down, and see what happens in the buy round. Ooh, I don't know if they are going to buy on this. Okay, it does look like UoA Esports is going to buy, but they don't have great money here, so Nick's just down on these things. It's not looking too hot. We'll see how Fractal's going to want to be taking this. Out comes out the molly. Flash comes out, but doesn't actually blind the AWP, so he's able to see if they're going on that more aggressive line, and it doesn't seem like they will be at the moment, so deciding to fall back. They're just defaulting here, and Sven's going to see if he can try to get a pick onto the monster guy, but no, unfortunately can't, whilst they be working up connector. So you've got one player holding here in towards Divider, and they just heard one actually fall off, and there's the flash coming over Con, and they manage to trade out, and Hex spots the guy back site. So do they think that they just have to rotate off this? Yes, I think they realise it, that they're just going to have to go off this, because the util isn't there to, you know, push off, and they've lost short B as well. So Exec finally comes in. There's a lot of presence coming their way. Louis going to see if he can take point with this AWP, and there's a lot of work here for Fuzi. He's managed to get one, managed to get two, trying to see if he can trade out, but no, unfortunately can't. Aiden's Sven's here stuck in, and Louis only left alive. He's got to see if he can hit it. It's 1 and 3, does jump spot through the and window. What a crazy jump spot. And Louis now just stuck. Got to see what we can do. Nade's coming in towards sight, and he just spots out the arm, does he? But no, can't quite get the kill. There's the insta-trade, and UoA Esports not able to convert off that frag. I think it just took too long to get into that site hit. There weren't any flashes being chained over, and UoA Esports not looking like that. Oh, we do have a player drop from the server, so looks like Nick has disappeared momentarily, so hopefully he'll be back. And this gives us a nice amount of time to go back and check in with our major matches. It does seem like Heroic have started to gain some semblance of form back, as they've now started taking rounds again, but Stone has cooled off. Tessers has taken up the heat as G2 and Heroic battle it out on Vertigo. But to be honest, Vertigo is such a CT-sided map now that even 5 rounds is not half bad. So if they're looking for 6, 7, they'll be really happy with that. In the Ents Outsiders game, well, things are looking a bit more dire. It is 10-2 for the side of Ents, but Outsiders looking to make it the 3rd round, so hopefully that they can bring it out to 5, but Spinks is doing super well. But Nick's back, going to see what they can do. Corey is the one with any util here. Everyone else has got to be above 2k, so they have enough money to buy into the next round, so we'll see how Hex wants to be throwing this. Visma Vertigo is such an annoying map to watch. What do you mean? You don't just like A ramp takes into an A exec? I love that. And actually they've got just flashes ready to be going above con, so the movies are 1-2, but doesn't quite manage to get the trade, and they're actually going to get run down. Interesting, but look at this. Tyler's so fast up. Hex is going to get the pickle to Tyler though. There's no way. They hit Glocks in this round. They hit Glocks. Aiden's going to see what he can do, but managed to get 1 pick onto Buildmeister, and he's going to see if he can nade off Corey, but Sven's just left on site here. He's got a whole lot of work to do. Going to see if he can do something, but no, he can't. And now you just left into the 1-on-2. Smoke comes out onto bomb. There's a slight gap in there, but oh! Corey managing to get the pick. And he's just going to hold, is he? No, surely not. Oh! Corey unfortunately can't get the kill, and that will be the round going the way on Keen on Frags, but that was just Glocks and 1 Tech 9. That should not end like that, so Keen on Frags, that's going to be pretty damaging to their economy. They could have been in such a good situation here, but looks like they won't be in too great a situation right now. They still managed to get their full buyout and everything, but they don't have a lot of money spare left over, not money at all. So Louis actually ending up managing to get the AWP here, so will we finally get a decent AWP on AWP duel? It does seem like it, but nothing apparently at the moment. In the meantime, User's actually just running out, but does get spammed through smoke by the con player. That's so unfortunate, as they were trying to retake fast short, but the short player does go down. And are they just going to exec B off this? Surely not. The timing, you've got so much time left in the round. There's 1 minute 26. You haven't even poked and prodded towards A. You don't know what their setup's going to be like. So it does seem like they're just happy to hold on this and walk back up con. And I like this call. You've got so much time left in the round that you're happy to do this sort of stuff. You've actually got Aiden ready for the boost outside short, which is very interesting. So like to see what happens here. And they've gone up con, and finally they're taking a bit more space in towards the bathroom, using the time well, and I don't know if they're going to go for an A exec and then rotate down, or if they're just going to commit to this fully, but I don't know if they've spotted anyone in towards site. Fractal still has a molly left, so they might be feeling a little bit comfortable depending on the site hit, but they just spot the leg of Sven, so this is going to be really rough for them to pop in. That smoke comes out actually, and they've got to see how they're going to do this, but Fractal managing to get 1 on the site pick, and he's got a lot of work coming his way. Hex managing to trade out, managed to get another one though. Now you just left into Hex in a 1-on-3. Does manage to get 1 though, trying to see if he can get the second, but can't quite get the same. He's actually just going to run down, not James, but unfortunately can't get the kill. And Keen on Frags bringing this back slowly and slowly. Ivisma saying he's not too happy playing Vertigo, and I'll be honest, Vertigo is pretty rough to deal with as a map. but it is what it is. Match has been paused though, as they decide to see how that they want to be playing this, the UoA Esports side. I think, they've got some good ideas, but in that exec we've got no long presence, none whatsoever, so you're all just running through this choke, and even if you just have a long lurk smoke being thrown, this allows you for some room and puts error and doubt into the CT side players. So we'd like to see how they're going to approach this round. Last round with the pistols, they did surprisingly well, so this round maybe just a bit more of a B rush. We'll see how it goes. But short molly comes in. Aiden's going to be boosting up one of the players here actually, so user's just going to be running out, and we'll see what happens. They've got so many nades though that we'll see what happens. Is Sven going to get dunked by that nade? Yes, Sven is going to get dunked by the nade, and they're just spamming here into wood short. It's actually really rough how that they want to be doing this, and James is just going to be taking fights now. He's feeling confident. He's feeling really confident now. In the meantime, user has managed to sneak up, but unfortunately can't get anything done, and here's Louis left alone with a P250 against 5. Not James is tagged up, so he is one P250 shot away, but apart from that, it's all by the by. I think he is Fractal in towards Divider, so maybe we want to see if we can get this pick. Timing him. Does spot him out, so see if we can get the AWP out the hands, we'll see, but nah. Zuyis is there ready to trade, and yeah, that'll be the round. Bit of an uninspired eco round from UoA. Yeah, it just sort of felt like going for picks, in that previous round they were all connected together so that they were able to trade, whereas this round, it's a bit less of that scenario going on. Louis is back out on the AWP though, and we'll see how he and Fractal are going to duel this out. Interestingly, it's not been the AWP on AWP duel that you'd really expect on this map, so we'll see how that they want to be playing this. Louis does get blinded off though, but pretty passive hold actually this time. So we'll see how things want to be done. So he gets flashed in towards back monster, but Aiden's already falling off long. He's not happy with this, so flash just comes out and that pushes off Fractal, and I like this. UoA Esports, we're 1 minute 20 in, they've got bath control now, so I'd like to see how they play off this. Aiden here to help out Fractal on site when needed, but they're jump spotting in towards short and not spotting a whole lot, so at some point they're going to start rotating one up over to their A site potentially. And Billmeister spots out the player in towards site, so gonna see what he can do. Is throwing a smoke for that site. Don't even know where that smoke goes, so interesting choice, but they seem like they're actually going to get ready for a re-B exec off this, and door gets blown open, and I'm gonna see what happens here. Smoke comes in short, but it's really deep, it's not even good, so Toxic Molly comes in, James has to fall back and he gets flushed out. So he's managed to get one, trying to spray transfer onto Sven, but unfortunately can't do it. And you just left onto the pit player here and towards Tyler, mentioning a dink, but unfortunately can't quite get it. You got one player dropping out from heaven and just gets rolled. So yeah, that'll be the round, going probably in the favour of UoA Esports. And lovely look here from Nick, going to try take the AWP out for hands, and that will be the AWP gone. Yeah, UoA Esports doing a full B exec. We haven't seen one of those in a while, and yeah, there you go. Finally, a good execute. Thanks for that, Visma. I think, yeah, that's sort of what you're looking for from standard overpass team, is just having a solid B exec, and that just Monster Molly combined with the Toxic Molly combined with the flashes does super well. I think MP9 here for KO Tyler, so money's not looking too hot, but flash does come through. Nick's going to see what he can do. Is there a front bathroom smoke coming in? I'd hope so. Yeah, front bathroom smoke's going to come in soon, and they're going to try push off this con player. He's getting actually just rushed up here, and he's smoked off front bathroom. The Vita Molly comes through and unfortunately misses the shot, so Fractal has to fall back, and they've taken great space here and towards side. And user, is he overextending just a little bit? He might be overextending a little bit, and no. Somehow we're left into a 2-on-2. What is going on? This is actually crazy. they're going down con, and in the meantime, not James is going back up, but he's just heard the door being blown open, so Louis going to see if he can make it over. There comes the Heaven Smoke, and we'll see what happens. Louis just running out with a Tech 9, going to see if he can get traded by Nick. No, Nick can't quite get the trade, and Keen on Frags tied up at 12-12. Oh my. What just happened there? I think just a bit of an overextension from UoA Esports. They had the opening pick. You can literally just hold, but it's a bit by the by. Open out for Fractal, going to see if you can take a peek here, and doing pretty well. User just taking dry fights here and managing to win that one, but does get traded out by the site players, and somehow already left into a 2-on-2. A bit of a B rush, is it? Seems like it. And in the meantime, Hex is going to be spamming in towards short, but he knows that some space needs to be taken somewhere, so I think they've planted for Heaven here. And they're just going to be up to taking this. Oh, but he's getting lurked on, Nicky B is, and Hex going to see if he can trade out. Managed to get one, but he knows where that fight is coming from. Fractal does drop down. They hear it. Does hear it, but unfortunately can't quite hit the spray. And there'll be Fractal closing it out, and Keen on Frags taking the lead. It's really not going these 1v1 scenarios for the way of UoA Esports, so that clutch gene looks like it's on the side on Keen on Frags, because they seem to be keener on these frags here in the 1v1. Yeah. Still, money's not great for Keen on Frags. UoA Esports do have a chance to reset them. A bit of damage being taken there, but falling back, and no AWP for the side of Keen on Frags either, so Fractal's got to be doing a lot with an AK. He does hear a lot of presence coming in towards a bathroom already fast at the start of the round, so Fractal's going to be holding this line, seeing what he can do. But yeah, this is pretty good. You know, used to classic double bar setup, and they've just got a player playing from Heaven actually, which is very interesting. In the meantime, it does seem like they're just going to be working up long though. The side of UoA Esports, and I like this adjustment. You know, we haven't really seen much. That noise drop should be heard by Fractal though, so that they know that one's here in towards the A site. You've got the fast rotator from Aiden though, and this Fuzi's just going to drive swing this. Oh yeah, he is. Oh yeah, he is. He's going to manage to get one, but does get traded out instantly. And Louis coming up, going to see if he can clear out Fractal. He can clear out Fractal. Lovely stuff there by Fuzi. Aiden, is he just going to run through this? Absolute craziness. But no, Nicky B manages to convert that, and UoA Esports doing some long contact in here. X trying to take a bit of an advantageous situation, but Not James is really late on this, so it's going to be on to Tyler seeing what he can do. Honestly, the money might not be there for Keen on Frags, and they might just have to save this. 4-on-5, it looks like they're going for 4-on-3. It looks like they're 2-on-3. It looks like they're going for this. Pardon me, second serve. But we'll see what happens. I'm guessing that they're all going to swing on contact, or they decide who's going to go. One top site though, and they're trading out, and it's a 1v1 now. There's no way, but Sven's on 2 HP. There's no time left though, there's no time. Keen on Frags do a really good job in the retake, but just unfortunately the time was super late. James not able to rotate fast in time, and UoA Esports clearing that up, and Keen on Frags, welcome to the CT side economy folks, because their money is in the bin. Looks like they'll be taking a timeout as well. Money's not looking too great for UoA Esports as well, and it does seem like Nick has had to restart his game again. We've got an Uno, he panicked, but that's sort of by the by, because I've won the subsequent round and the money's in the bin for the CTs. How's our major games looking? Ooh, Outsiders making a little bit of a comeback here on Mirage. They're now back to 8-11, so they only got 4 rounds. It's the 4-11 curse, Tarot curse coming in. So Ents better watch out. In the meanwhile, Heroic G2 game, Heroic has still got their lead. They're 10-7 on Vertigo now, T-side, and they won Pistol. That helps so much. And they converted the anti-eco, so we'll be looking at 7-11 happening soon. Well, it does seem like Nicky B is going to be back in the game, and Keen on Frags, they have to double eco here anyway. So we might just see a force. because even if they save this, like, they will have max top player that they have. Even if they get 1 kill, it'll be 4,200. That's just not enough. You get your light armor, you get your M4, and you get 1 piece of util. Like, it's just not enough to fight on this map, especially if you're contesting short water control that much. So we'll see what happens. Okay, pause is still in for some reason, not 100% sure why that is, but we'd like to see how it goes. And the freeze time has been cancelled. Let's see if Keen on Frags do decide if they want to buy on this or if they're just going to eco. It looks like they're just going to eco, but this is going to be double eco. You might as well just buy some digs or something. Like, come on. Something. And actually, even if you win this round, like, if you see all the flash coming in for connector here, user going to see what he can do. I don't think they're just going to hit B fast here, actually. They're just saying, sod it, if we can just fight out together and we can trade out, that's fine. There's the con player's coming down now, but it's a bit late. And user's going to just see what he can do with the Mac 10 running and gunning, and ends up managing to get that pick. So we just left with the 1 player for Suyus and closing it out in UoA Esports onto 14. And I think the worry is now that they know the Mac 10's on the board. Look at the money, it's still not there for Keen on Frags. Like, this is what we were just talking about. Like, but they're going to buy off this. But look at this, they've got light armor against a Mac 10. This Mac 10 could just roll through them. The util's not there. Tyler's put down onto the MP9. It's going to be really rough for Keen on Frags to win. User's actually just taking this nice and fast, but Aiden doing a lovely amount of spam damage. But because of that, they know. Hang on, they're not just rinsing and repeating this again, are they? Oh, they are! They are! And they're just not ready for it. The site players aren't ready for it. And oh wow, Tyler's getting overrun. User's just going to run at him with the USP, and what a call there by Hex. Just re-going over. I think he read the situation well. He knew that there wasn't going to be a whole lot of utility coming in, and Hex realizing he's starting to overextend. He needs to just fall back on this and save it out. And UoA Esports clawing it back and making sure that they're putting themselves on match point here already. So lovely stuff by them. I love that call by Hex as well, just to re-exec here onto B. Just with the fast pace, they weren't ready for it. They didn't have the util to counter it as well, so lovely stuff. And I think they might go for a little bit of a hunt, but the money's not 100% great on the UoA Esports side, so I'd like to see how they're going to be playing this. Sven surviving with 3 HP, so maybe a little bit of a hunt, but not too much. Yeah, I think that's fine. And can guns be dropped over? M4s can't be dropped. Maybe a FAMAS can be dropped over for some people, or a scout or something. Yeah, FAMAS gets dropped over. See how the util is looking. Better than last round at least, and yeah, at least they realise the importance of util here, so Fractal's going to be throwing the step smolly. It's actually an interesting way to throw that, but actually the step smolly's miss, so flash does come out and Fractal's already falling off. Look at how fast they've just fallen off. In the meantime though, you've got Tyler pushed down in towards B short, so he's doing his job. Sven's just here as a look, seeing what he can do, and they've already got 3 players stacked along the B site, and you've just got the 1 player of Suyus just on A, and they're really worried that this is going to be a B hit here. So they've just got more players stacked up. Front fighter smoke comes out. Fractal now is rotating over onto this A site, and Bill Meister spots him on the jump from Dice. Is he aware of that though? I don't know if he's aware. Front bathroom smoke comes in, and I think Hex is just going to call a long play here. Billmeister's already looked up, so Fractal gets spotted. Just going to molly out bank and double molly actually. Suyu's actually sitting nice and close. Managing to get one, managing to get two, and no, not able to convert on the kills. And Suyu's managed to get 4. Louis manages to take 1 out though, but oh, that's so unfortunate. I think just the timing's not working out very well. And Orp's going to get saved as well, and oh no. UoA Esports, they're going to be choking this away. The long rush, they're just, as soon as he gets spotted out, they're going behind it, but there's no flashes over to the left. That's where you've got to be throwing the flashes on the long rush, is through the left, through the grate, so that anyone peeking long is there, but you're only focusing on right side sight, so there's nothing much that needs to be done for you. And Orp's back out for Fractal. It's a full buy into this 14-15 round. This is for all the marbles, folks. This one is for all the marbles. We do have the back monster smoke coming in. Sven going to see what he can do here, but Fractal's already been pushed off the line, and they're wanting to play this really passive. They want to be playing this from sight. Hexter taking some damage in towards Con here, and they're just getting peppered down here in Con. So yeah, generally good macro being done. Aiden being spotted in towards Heaven though, and going to see if he can do a little bit of stam damage in towards Connector here. He's jump spotting that Connector door. He knows exactly what he's doing. Blue's going to be throwing out this front bath smoke. And user bumps himself into that, so doing an okay job here. In the meantime, you've got Fractal just jump spotting here from back sight. He's got a lot of work to do here though, but I think looks like UoA Esports are actually just going to get ready for either Louis to walk in here with the AWP, or for something else to occur. User hears this AWP short ring out onto A and just decides to dry peek into it. Not sure why he's done that, but B util's coming out at the moment. Louis going to try flash in, but Sven managed to get one, and now you've got Tyler. He's got to see what he can do, how he can hold this off. He does have support from Aiden as well, and there comes a smoke actually. Going to see if Aiden can do something. Tyler's still here and towards this pit, but time's getting a little bit lower. This clock's going down now. 30 seconds now left. He's going to see what he can do here, Tyler. He's getting peppered, this Nicky B on site though, and not got a lot that he can do. Nade comes out, and Tyler's got to see how he can get out of this pit, or if he's just going to stick this. Nicky B's just sticking the plant. And Louis spots out something, but he's not sure what to do. Tyler, come on. You've got so much presence here, but no. Manages to get one. Louis there for the trade. Spots one in towards Graffiti as well. Now Hex is here. Hex is the key play. He's got to see what he can do. No, unfortunately can't do much. They've spotted the flash coming in towards short though, and he's going to see if he can spam through, but no. Doesn't look like he can spam through, and that looks like we are going to overtime. This is getting very close, folks, very close. And teams trading evenly, perfectly, 9-6. Alright, looks like players are discussing how they want to be playing the overtime rounds. Well, I know I said earlier when I wanted a quick game, and it doesn't look like we're getting that, but it does seem like we will be getting a good game at least. Overtime, obviously you don't have the money restrictions, you've got that 16k, so CT side's probably going to be looking a bit stronger, you know, able to get the AWP out as well, so we'll see exactly how this plays out. Again, getting back underway, 16k as well, maybe even a double AWP for the side on Keen on Frags. Maybe not. It does look like they're going to be buying head armor, which is an interesting choice, but I suppose it's up to them. They do have the money to do so, but there's Fractal out on one AWP, and you've got Louis out on the other, so you'll see how life goes for them. Just saying, I'm not sure if someone threw that back monster smoke, but Fountain Molly comes in. Looks like they aren't smoking it out. Flash does come through, but it's really delayed. And in the meantime, actually, is Hex just calling a fast long rush here? I think he is. Yeah, Hex is just calling a fast long rush. Louis here, trying to peek in toward Divider. Not spotting anything at the moment. Hex has got to see what he can do. And in the meantime, Fractal's going to fall off, and he's now worried about long. And CU's going to see what he can see. He can't see a whole lot here. So he's going to have to take a dry peek. And, oh, does he hear one? He does hear one. He hears Billmeister jumping across. So he's going to hear a lot of people actually just lining up smokes. Oh, managed to get one spot out, the second one trying to spam through the wall, but Fractal managed to get the trade, and Nick does manage to trade out. But it's going to be really rough here. Fubuki managed to get one on the B-lurk though. What a great shot. And Louis just legs Fractal. That's so unfortunate there for Louis. Sven is now super low, so it's all onto Louis. Got to see what he can do here. He's picked up some more util. Spots out where that molly's coming from, so it does seem like Fractal's just going to rotate around and play a safer angle, and Sven's got to see what he can do here. And Fractal did a smart thing. It's just falling back. Actually, B-rotate is getting pulled, so I'll have to see what happens. And oh, James is getting called out, but will he be able to get the pick? No. It's Sven's so low that he's really worried that he can't swing off this, and no, unfortunately can't quite get the kill. So you got Louis there, managed to get one, and Sven just says he's got to hold. He's got to hold on. But no, he just comes up through the center of sight. Does James? He jumps over and manages to clutch it out in the 2v2. That was getting really chaotic there, but unfortunately doesn't quite work out. And the A-site exec doesn't quite work for the side of UoA Esports, as Suyi's just walking up and towards Divider from Sands and playing really great role there. Louis does have his AWP back out once again, and the molly does come through. Someone's got to be smoking that for him, I don't know who. Fractal this time is going to be wanting to take these fights, so we'll see how he's going to be doing this. Does have to fall off though. Billmeister, no, Suyu's just manages to get two in towards Connector. Does get traded out though, and now Fractal's out here, left alone on an island, is having to fall back, and he's wanting to fight again. But cool, gets rolled, and now we're back into a 3-on-3 somehow. But not James is pushed here in towards Shook, and that's a smart play by him. You know, he knows that this is going to happen. But no, Sven's ready for it. And now is he just going to take the timing in towards B? I think he is. Is this sidewalk smoke being thrown in? Yeah, sidewalk smoke's going to be thrown in. So Tyler's got to see what he can do here. He's got to be the one that's holding off the main brunt of this push. He's just got to hide in the smoke. Oh, this is so smart. Tyler, what can you do? Is he going to peek over the top like his teammate did? No. He's not ready for it. Nick, can I see what he can do? It's Nick getting the kill beautifully. Now Aiden's left on a 1-on-3. He's got the AWP. Here's the reload. They're going to try go for a spam shot, but unfortunately not looking too hot. And dare I say, keen on frags. Maybe throwing away a 5-on-3 advantage there. That's UoA Esports picking up a T-side round, which has been a little bit harder than the ZT side round, but not too much harder. So if UoA Esports can get this one, they'll be looking really good for their CT side. Keen on Frags does have that AWP back out on Fractal. They've got an AUG actually out on Aiden, so that's interesting. He's been playing as that Heaven rotator early on. Molly comes out, Louis smokes the molly, lovely stuff. And hang on, Tyler's just getting aggressive here and towards short, but unfortunately can't do anything. There goes nade out onto Nick. Unfortunately doesn't quite come through. Billmeister just going to run through the molly, but unfortunately can't quite get the kill. And Hex takes the peek out from Monster, and you just left onto one site, one player on B site, and he's going to see if he can try fight, but no, unfortunately he can't. Suyu's left alone. He's going to see if he can beat the molly. Does manage to beat the molly, takes a little bit of damage for it, but managing to get one, so not all is lost, but Louis just rips off his head, and now he just left onto Fractal in a 1-on-3. He's taking molly damage and turns down to 4, so now he doesn't have any HP to work with. He does have a little bit of util, but we'd like to see how he can do this. He's zoomed in, scoped up, and trying to see what he can do here. Time's running low though. Will he just have to pick up an M4, or what's the play? Who knows, but love this discipline from UoA Esports. They're just going to wait for the flash. They have another flash and 8 as well, but Louis posted on the angle, and UoA Esports getting 2 rounds on the T side in overtime, so looking primed to take this here, moving on to the more favoured side. Alright, looks like Keen on Frags are discussing how they want to be playing this T side, seeing what areas that they want to aggress. See, the good thing about if you win all 3 rounds on one half on your first round of overtime means you can go for something super aggressive in that first round, and you've still got a bit of a buffer of 2 rounds before you actually have to close it out. So none of these teams have that luxury at the moment, but UoA Esports is still sitting prettier here, thinking we get 1 more round, we're on match point, Keen on Frags need to win, 2 more in a row just to claw it back. So if they're looking to get that first round, they'll be looking to be sitting nice and pretty. Interesting crosshair for Mr. Billmeister here. Not sure exactly how that works, but he is a Rainbow Six player, so maybe you can ask him, because that does not look like a cross in the traditional sense. For a crosshair, it looks like 4 points of a crucifix. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're getting into the game soon. Looks like the coach is still not ready. Re-update on the major games though in the moment. We do have G2 actually clawing back a great game versus Heroic, and it's 14-12 to now G2, so it looks like they're doing surprisingly well here. And in the meantime, I think ENCE have completely beaten Outsiders. Yeah, they closed out the map 16-8. Lovely stuff there by ENCE. Spinks once again showing that he's almost ready to be a top 10 player in the world at this point. But map's back underway in UoA Esports, hopefully looking to close this one out. Louis does have the AWP and has a decent spawn for it, but Philmeister's on the other side, seeing what he can do. It's hopefully not going to block him too much. There you go. Lovely just moving around each other. In the meantime though, we'll see how they want to be playing this on the side of Keen on Frags. They actually don't have any util, and interestingly enough we have Nick here as smoked off party, which is something that you don't see too often. So it looks like we're going for a heavy fight here in towards short order, but Fubuki actually just gets taken out. It's just getting spammed through the wall. That's so unfortunate. So looks like a rotator already coming in down towards that B site, and are they just going to gamble this, or what's the play here? This is a really big gamble here for the side of UoA Esports. Louis looks like he's just going to come back and jump spot from truck. This is the smart thing to do, exactly what we saw Mr. Fractal do in the previous round. So yeah, I think it's good enough getting enough this info for your team. Bomb does get recovered though, so James is here. Hex knows what he's doing. He's nading in towards to try and see if he can cross. And Hex is going to see how he's able to play this with his teammate. Are they just going to double pit here? They might be double pitting. Yeah, it does seem like they are going to be double pitting, and ace site execs looks like it's coming in at the moment. So Corey is going to come out and towards short, but the total player's already up and towards site. Then He's got to see what he can do. Manages to get one, but unfortunately can't quite get the kill. They're already out monster at the moment, so Nick's going to see what he can do. Manages to trade one, managed to get 2. Lovely stuff there by Nick. He's got a nade as well. Do they know how this is going? But look at the flank. Fractal's there on the flank, and Nick's just left on 6 HP. This is going to be so hard for him to do. Lovely flank by Fractal there, and Nick's got to see if he can walk up, but James is here holding a position, so Fractal knows that he can just hold, and not a lot of space for Nick to do anything. Yeah, no, James is going to take him out, and Keen on Frags, the fake in towards A, drawing some rotates over, and user goes down on towards site, and that just means that Hex is just going to get overrun. Really unfortunate there for Hex. I think he did a good job, but not a whole lot that he could have done there in that situation. Alright. Louis does have the AWP, but doesn't have a very good spawn for Fountain Pick, so it looks like he is just actually going to go back, and we're tied up at a 17-17 game at the moment. Not James, going to see what he can do as this B-Lurk, and Billmeister actually going to boost up Sven here, and they know that this short flash has been coming through, so he's going to peek after the flash, and actually the double flash comes through, so interesting stuff. Tyler's managed to sneak his way up. Aiden here, that con player at the moment, so Sven just trying to see what he can jump spot. Back monster smoke comes free in, and they've got a lurk smoke actually coming out. Interesting spot here for Nicky B in towards lockers as the front divider smoke comes out, and Lewis is posted up here. He's ready. Nick's actually going to get tagged down, so he's going to try fall back if he can, and he spots all this presence coming. So it's double lockers play, but Louis takes and rips the head off. And they're just going to swap positions. I love this. This is really smart. They're just holding on to bathrooms here, not giving any presence away. Tyler manages to get one though, and X is still here. He's got to do a lot. He does manage to swing out just in time, and he's going to try flash off the AWP. But no, Hex goes down, and Sven can't get the pick onto the player just running out with a Tech 9, so looks like this is going to be a double con retake, and oh, UoA Esports, how they throwing this round away? It's looking so good for them. Oh no. Suyi though, gonna see what he can do. Does get taken down, and seems like the flash is gonna come through, so we'll see what happens. They do actually have a smoke for the bomb, so at this point you just be worried about a smoke and a stick, but no kit available for Nick either. There's no way. Let's see what he can do, but no! Unfortunately goes down, and Keen on Frags get it to match point. Though he still has money for this AWP though, you know, that's 16k MR10. Let's see where he wants to take this. Doesn't look like he's going to be taking an aggro fountain play. Oh, it does actually. Oh, but it's taken down! You know, they say that you gotta want to win the game if you want to win the game, but he's been taking the fight so often that it's not working out. A little bit spam goes each way, but unfortunately it does go down. Hex though managed to get a pick back, and I think Nick has got to do a lot of work here in towards B. In towards A, sorry. James here tagged down super low as well, so not looking too good. Back monster spike free comes out, and users hopefully going to be able to play off this. Bomb does get recovered, and Nick's just tucked in here towards long bathroom. So got to see what he can do. AWP shot gets rattled out though, so he's able to call for one. So Hex is here playing a bit of an off angle, so he's got to see what he can do. Don't know how much Nick's able to hear at this point, so he's got to see exactly how he wants to play this. He's got a lot of work on his shoulders. Is he going to get cleared out by Suyis though? Let's hope not, but another overtime would be looming that way. James is also pretty low, so Suyis got to see what he can do. He's just jiggling out and manages to get one. James trying to trade out, but he's super low. He doesn't know if he can trade out. There's a flash, but no, he turns away at just the wrong time. Okay, and Site Exec is going to start coming in. They've got to see if they can do something about this. Motley's and Sykes now coming on through, so Hex has got to see how much he can do here. Got to see what Fractal can do. He's just deciding to fight in the fire. Getting one kill, getting another kill. That's Aaron. Managed to get two though. Oh no. Into a 1-on-1. And it's planning in towards the truck. Users made noise. Users made noise. There's no way. He knows where he is now. That's fine. And user managing to get that kill, and we're going into another overtime, folks. Oh my, it's not easy for either of these teams to close it out. It's getting very close, but another overtime we go. We've got X Pichu saying Monk Omega. Not 100% sure what that means, but it's got something to do with monks in it, and the Greek letter Omega apparently. So lovely stuff. Showing your classical knowledge, obviously. Another overtime though coming through. Players discussing how they want to be playing this, how they want to secure this game, because at the moment it's not going either way. I feel like the more this goes on, the more I'm going to have a hernia from all the stress that's been going on UoA. Do you know what my normal bedtime is, folks? My normal bedtime is 10:30, so this is going to be a very tiring day tomorrow, but that's by the by. We can check in on how the major matches are going, though, at the moment. Well, G2 are going to do their classic G2 choke again, aren't they? It's 15-14. Oh, please, no. Come on. They don't even have the money. They're down on an MP9, a FAMAS. Nico hasn't been popping, so... we'll see what happens, but they need -E to go big here. In the meantime, who do we need on UoA Esports and Keen on Frags to go big? The kills obviously don't get shown up at this point because we're not ready into the game yet, so we'll see exactly what happens. Trade does go either way. Hunter takes down Tessez, Cadian takes down Hunter in the trade, and 15-14 for G2. But no, there's another player going down. Nico just gets spammed through a smoke, and Cadian doing his best to try claw things into overtime for G2. Players are still not ready on this. I'd like to see them get ready, but so by the by. Trying to see if they can line up this util apparently. Interesting that they've got a specific lineup for this. Maybe this is to say how the smoke plumes, because most people just do the running one, which is a lot easier to do. And you don't need a specific lineup for it, but that's by the by. A couple of players still not ready at the moment, so yeah. See how things go. Still Fractal, the AWPA left for Keen on Frags left to go, so we'll see. Hopefully everyone can get ready. You know, this is a long match, long grueling match. We started at what? Quarter 2? I think we started at 8:45 and it's already 11:10, even with the pauses in, but there we go, we're finally getting underway, so I'd like to see a good game happening here. Alright. Match is once again live. Fractal out with the AWP, this time on the T side. He wasn't pulling it out last half, so double long setup actually for the T side, CT side this time, so seems like Lou is just going to get boosted onto the flower pots, and Nick will be holding in towards lockers. In the meantime, you've got actually decent pace coming in towards long, so CU's going to wait for the flash, and Louis had to drop off, and Billmeister goes down in towards B, pushing short, so unfortunately not quite able to get that pick, and UoA Esports already down a player. Are they going to have to re-aggress off this, or are they waiting? I think they know that they've got to take at least some presence, but they do have some map control still, so not all's lost. Louis going to flash in towards long, try to re-get himself on the angle, and don't know if Nick will be planning on re-aggressing here or if he's just going to be holding in. He does hear the scope of Fractal though, so maybe he's going to start to call one player back. We'll see how it goes. Louis going hunting though, he's going exploring, so he knows that he's got to make some moves here. Fubiki actually managed to get a pick onto the monster guy coming out sewer, so interesting stuff. Nicky B's just holding in here, and he hears that util being thrown, but does he hear them running away? He hears them running away now. I manages to get the bomb down and spots out the other one. That's the bomb down in towards Con. Great stuff. Not James has managed to lurk out though, but Nick's there, maybe able to hold on to the something. No, bomb does actually manage to get recovered, and Sven's going to rotate in here, but he's got a molly still left for the bomb plant. Surely not. Yeah, he's got this lined up perfectly. So he's going to see what he can do, but no, they've got a smoke down on the bomb plant, so that molly's going to be by the by. Sven's just got to hold, he's got to wait for his teammates, he's got to say, okay, no one's crossed in towards CT, and he's worried about a flank as well, as the two players have gone down in towards short. Is a full exit going to come out? This is really strange. Sven's now starting to take a fight onto the dildo guy, and is he aware of the player downstairs? He's not. He does able to get the smap adjustment, and there's UoA converting another round off some heroics from Nicky B there. And lovely round after losing that first pick in towards short. Nick doesn't manage to recover that. They've got a couple AKs. Oops, still on the board for Louis. At this point, you know, I'd say it's 16k. You could just pick up another AK, couldn't you? But that's by the by. It does seem like Fractal deciding whether he wants to pull out the AWP again or not, and does decide to go for it. So we'll see how he's gonna do this, how to get it activated into the round. Nicky B mollying, flashing, see if he can deter any early fountain presence, and he does manage to do so. In the meantime, Louis is posted up here in towards monster. Actually, did he spot the play cross? I don't even know if he did. But he's double scoped in. Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know if the play's crossed. But he scoped up. Has Tyler heard this? I don't even know. This is so worrying. Sven managed to get the spam in towards connector though. He sees one, but now decides that he has to fall back. He's got a smoke, but just decides to jump out of there. Lovely stuff. And Louis is able to re-smoke off back monster though, and now he knows that the AWP's been spotted in towards his A site, can probably fall back B. Nick playing a bit of a one and done angle here, but he's mainly here as info gatherer, and Hex is baiting him in. So Hex probably spots Suyi's there, and Suyi's gonna get heard on, and Nick just lurking in behind the smoke actually. So good stuff there. Is he gonna get absolutely domed on the jump spot again? You hope not. One molly's been heard going through, another molly's been heard going through. They do have two players in towards B though, so Nick hears this one player here, and he's trigger disciplining it. That's so smart. Okay, Nick does manage to go through, but Billmeister and Louis are still here, so they've got a lot of work to do. Billmeister does swing out there, and Louis managing to get one and spots the final player in towards short, so gonna see what he can do. And yeah, definitely tough situation for Fractal. Does manage to get one, but instant trade there for Louis, and 2 straight CT rounds for UoA Esports. So I'd like to see if they can convert this to a full 3-0, setting themselves nicely up for that final round. Does look like Hext has hit the 40 bomb. Molly's coming out, and it's going to be fast. Louis actually doing a stand in it, but no, does get taken down, can't quite hit the shot. There's a small gap in this. Don't know if Nick's aware of it or not, but he's going to see if he can try play around this. But the 2-on-5 now is looking really rough. Oh, can't get the kill. You just left onto Hexton a 1v5. And now he can't do it, so Keen on Frags managing to get a round back. And yeah, going into a very similar situation as what happened the first time, with the UoA Esports picking up 2 rounds in that first half, but Keen on Frags now switching over to the more favoured CT side. Fractal getting their AWP back out, being really aggressive with it, so hopefully able to get things underway and get another round on the board. Okay. tie it back up at 2020, and then everything's sitting pretty. Hex likes to do these changes in pacings and schooling, so maybe keen to get things going a little bit more aggressive at the start of the round. We'll see, because right now he's found a hole in the exploit for Keen on Frags, which is just that long presence. That knife, Yifang, there are a lot of knives out on this one. I think User's knife is probably the best one at the moment. He's got a Sapphire Doppler. Do have Zuyu's though. Oh, just heavy short presence coming out, and one managed to go through, trying to get a second one, but no, unfortunately can't quite do it. And Hex just throwing out flashes, and Not James is fully blind off that, but are they ready for him? They're not ready for him. Oh no. And Not James managed to get one, managed to get two, and you've got Aiden here still. He's trying to run through. Bill Meister managed to get one, managed to get two, and now you're just left onto User in a 1v2. It's looking really rough here, and you've got both players rotating in from CT. User's just getting tagged out though, and he's getting spammed out with util, so he's got to see what he can do here. He doesn't have the avenue to rotate back up to A though, because just the timing's not there, so he's going to have to wait things out, see what he can do, see what he can find. He's clearing out every angle, but he did see that Condor was closed, so likely two players in towards CT. He's really paranoid about a short play though. Able to get the bomb plant down, but there's the nade that can be lined up. And just, rolled through the box. Lovely stuff there, and Keen on Frags tying the game up. It's a Karambit Dragon Lore, I think, Bang, but it's not in the best of conditions. Oh, back out for Fractal. Not looking to take an aggressive peek here. I think he's happy falling off this line early. User taking space in towards Con, and this time Condor isn't even blown off, so they're ready for the boost, but no, they're not quite ready for it. Hex doesn't manage to get the kill. On to the player boosted up, and Not James does manage to kill him down. There's a lot of revolving around the meta currently for this long door, so yeah, it's pretty hard, and it does seem like they have a pretty infallible setup here and towards long. This is, a setup that dates back to 2014. It's Overpass just first came out, where you've got a player on toward long, and then you've got one tucked in close as the bait, Is Nick just going to take this fight dry? I hope not. Does get legged for it though, but Aiden knows that there's no one right here, so one player does go down and towards low park as well. Fractal managed to get the trade. Fractal getting another one, and then that's Aiden tucked in that corner, getting the pick onto Nick. So Keen on Frags putting themselves on match point here in this situation, and UoA Esports need to get one round. Yes, I think he said that right, Bisma. I don't know, right, let's just stay on Fractal's cam. Yeah, he does appear to fall off quite early, but he has his life available on this A site. It's something that's currently UoA Esports are having a difficult time dealing with, just someone jump spotting for that much info on towards A site. Fractal now really wanting to get hungry and fighting, and there's no warp on the other side to counter it, so yeah. Bit of early con presence coming through, and Users lurk through that as he's heard all the presents go, and he's heard two players fall back, surely. They decide, okay, this is some time for us to go. They're really paranoid about the boost here. Users made some noise dropping out, so I think they're just going to be getting ready for a full-on exec now. Oh, but gun barrel does get spotted out. Aiden taking a little bit of damage into a short, but that could just be the lurker, so they're not 100% sold that this is definitely B hit yet. Tyler's going searching though. What a flash, but User does manage to get the trade. Lovely stuff there. Do have one player in towards wood here, one player in towards the other side, so Hex has got to go back for the bomb. There's 40 seconds left, and they're already just walking out here. Oh, Not James, beautiful spin, beautiful turnaround there. Managed to get 1, 2, 3, such good shots. And Hex now on a 1 and 3, gotta see what we can do. Manages to get 1, but 72 HP, what can he do here? Does smoke off the bomb site, so gonna see what we can do. He knows Fractal's the AWPer, so he knows that viability threat's still there. He's got 24 seconds, so he's got to plant eventually. And he's gonna plant, and does he spot the gun barrel? I think he does, right? He does spot the gun barrel. So gonna see if you can lurk up onto Foxy's here. Foxy's holding really well, but no, unfortunately can't do it. And that will be Keen on Frags closing out the game. Oh, rough game, but well fought by both sides. And congratulations to Keen on Frags, and commiserations to UoA Esports. What a game that's played out. I've been Mr. Rochester. Thank you for watching, and that will be all over for the night. Go watch the major. Go watch some proper Counter-Strike.